Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. Full disclosure, I am not in the mood to create for Christmas and the holidays just yet. You maybe could convince me to do some fall stuff, but lucky for me, one of the new IOD Holiday Release Transfer books called Clementine doesn't remind me of Christmas at all. It is very warm. It makes me feel fall vibes. So I am here for it. I am ready to create with it this week. If you want to see what I come up with, stick around. For project number 1 this week, I got inspired by the inspo pic on the back of the packaging and decided I wanted to try to create that beautiful blue color with what I had right in front of me. So I am using Mermaid tail from DIY paint and then mixing it with some DIY black. Guys, I honestly don't know if this is little black dress or black velvet. I don't know that it so much matters as the fact that I'm just adding some black to this color to try to richen it up. Here I am playing with paint again, and apparently I needed a little bit of this in my life. I went a little heavy with the black, so now I'm just trying to not dip my brush in all of the colors, but add some more mermaid tail to this to get the hue that I want. And in the end, I did get there, but I realized I went with way too much black. I should have started a little slower in the black. It's all good. It's paint. I ended up using all of it and love the color that came out. Once that first coat went on, I realized I wanted a little bit darker of a hue, so I did that for the second coat. If the paint is still wet, you can mist it. Add the paintbrush that you're using and blend the colors while it is still wet. That is one of the fun things about DIY paint. It's such an artist type paint that allows for the play, allows for things to change, and even allows for it to not be set in stone until you seal it with your final sealers. Speaking of sealing it in, I'm happy with the color that it turned out, so I am going over the whole thing with one coat of DIY's clear liquid patina. It is a matte sealer and decoupage medium that seems to be my favorite lately, but I'm going to put this on and then let it dry overnight so the next morning I can add some of the Clementine transfers to it. I went over the top of the transfer with liquid patina as well, and then decided to use DIY's dark wax. And because the transfer has been sealed, the wax is not going to just infiltrate the transfer. It is going to give it a nice little old hue. I really wanted to deepen this blue color I created just a little bit more. I liked it so much, I decided to make it a friend. Okay, listen to me, hindsight. I should have put Salvation Solution down on a thrifted cutting board that was used to make food. Okay, I'm saying this for myself for next time as well as for you guys. But I will show you ways that I worked around it. I just wanted to let you know Salvation Solution is your friend and can save you some minutes. Apparently I was all in for extra steps today and decided to skip that step. But you'll see down below, see that little round? I am very happy that I've been doing this. As I've been creating new colors with DIY paint, I make a little sample round for myself and then I write down the colors on it that I use to create that color, so that when I'm creating, I don't have to wonder what I did last time. I will have it in my arsenal right there to do it. And this time I used a little bit lighter of a blue, so I decided to do one side with the lighter blue and one side with the darker blue, so I could show the different hues that were possible with the combination. There were definite spots on this board that did not want to grab the transfer. It just pulled the paint up with it. So I did attempt transfer surgery. I have liquid patina on my little detail brush here, and I am putting it down and then trying to use a straight edge to roll it off of the transfer sheet and then glue over the top of it. It worked in some areas, not so much in the others, so I decided this was going to be a very distressed board, and I am cool with it. One of these days I'm going to learn my lesson, but apparently this one really needed to be repeated for me to learn this. Does that ever happen to you guys? Since this friend was going to be super distressed already, I decided to go over the whole thing with 220 grit sandpaper. And then I did not do liquid patina after this step. I just went straight for the dark wax, and it definitely had a darker look than that first project. But that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to get down into the wood parts that the transfer didn't stick to and just make it look like it was super old. Project number 2 was completely inspired by this wooden bowl that I thrifted for $2. Now, I felt like it was way too scratched in the bottom, and unfortunately I didn't do a good job of showing you that. But the beautiful wood color was so good that I wanted to just clean it up and leave that as is, and put these oranges, have this orange and green against the wood color. I'm just cutting off some of the words because that didn't quite fit the shape of the bowl very well, and was thinking about putting it on the side, decided against it, and just cut some of the edges to make it lay flat, and then use the transfer stick inside to get it to adhere directly to the wood. After it was done, I burnished it onto the wood to make sure it was laying flat, and then I grabbed some clear oil wax from Sweet Pickins. I have this back from when I bought it from the prior stockist. It's been a while, guys, so I just decided to pour it over both the transfer and the wood and watch how good the wood looks. Oh my goodness. So I let it sit for at least 10 minutes and then wiped it back, and this wood is definitely brought back to life. The oil wax is not food safe, and obviously this is decor because of the transfer on it, but I do have the Sweet Pickins hemp oil on my website, which is a food safe alternative if you just wanted to bring back the wood and then after it cures, that would be food safe, just without the transfer component. If you guys are new here, welcome to Create Your Own Cozy. I would love it if you hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and let me know you are here. I had these handmade ceramics that I had thrifted a while back. I tried to sell them as a set. I did a stamp that didn't work and decided I wanted to turn them into unique wall decor with the transfers from the set. It's very easy to do right over the top of pottery. I just cleaned it up, put it straight on, and then put some clear wax over the top of it. The one that had a messed up stamp that I tried to wipe off and it didn't really work. I just needed to make sure I found a transfer that covered it all the way, and I am super happy with how cute these turned out. I grabbed one of those plate hooks that work super well on porcelain, ceramic, metal, even wood if you wanted to, from Amazon. I have a link in the description. I am still using the same pack that I've always had and have found them very versatile to turn stuff into wall decor. For my next section of projects, I am just using thrifted frames, and honestly, frames that I already liked the way they looked for this particular project, and got some, this is just some ephemera that I had in my stash, and then for the other ones, I used an old book for book pages. You could use the backing that's already in the back of each frame and stamp with either kindest regards or the waltz in the back. Just had some nice background that was the right color tone for the transfers in this book, and I'm just loving the jewel tones, and they're kind of like a muted vintage jewel tone look of the transfers in this particular Clementine book. It is getting me ready for fall. It makes me want to redo all of my bookshelves and just kind of put these in with my vignettes to have this gorgeous, and I'm loving it with the wood frames and these jewel tones. They're just making me so happy. Also, these particular book pages were so brittle that when I did the first transfer on there, it was a fight at each corner to get it to stick. So with the second one, what I did is I went over the whole book page with liquid patina, just one coat, and let that dry. So the second transfer onto the book page was perfection. So if your book pages are a little dusty, just hit them with liquid patina first and it will grab your transfer. So I hope you guys got inspired to create with this transfer book. I know a lot of my orders did include this one. It is a beautiful transfer book. I do have many more still available on my website, as well as the other items from the IOD Holiday Release at createyourowncozy.com. Go ahead and grab your stuff now, because once these guys sell out with IOD, we can't replenish. So right now we're good, but you never know when we're gonna get the notification, hey, this particular item is sold out. So make sure you go check that out over at createyourowncozy.com. I hope you guys are having fun creating. Listen, this week I took my younger two to a Disney musical mashup concert. It's the Descendants and the Zombies musicals colliding. It's called the Worlds Collide Tour. We did that late on Tuesday night in downtown Atlanta, and I'm still tired, guys. But listen, I'm just being like, you are a good mom. They will remember this because mama does not recover like she used to. But I am having fun with the new Dahlonega store that is open, and it's been open for a week now. I am loving that new location. Angry Mama's Antiques and Interiors is now in Dahlonega, Georgia, where I sell my IOD, my DIY paint, and my JRV products. Really enjoying that. And I still have my other two spaces, Angry Mama's Antiques and Interiors in Cumming, Georgia, where I have Connie Lines and Designs, JRV products, and DIY paint. And then I have Soul Sisters in Dawsonville, Georgia. Man, that's a lot. Sorry, just saying all that stuff, I'm like, should I be overwhelmed? Anyway, where I sell my IOD products. So if you are local, please come see these things live and in person. They are just beautiful. Guys, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite projects were today. Again, I want to hear what your favorite items from the release are, and I will work on making some content for that. I hope that you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Are you trying to make a lot of noise while I'm doing voiceovers? What's happening outside that you don't like? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check me out over at createyourowncozy.com.